Hey, welcome back everybody. My name is Brian. Going to do a video today on the new Dewalt Power Detect 7¼ inch circular saw. It's 20 volt brushless. Tried making this video before but had some lighting problems and focus problems. You know how it goes. So straight away, I already did the unboxing before. Got 8 amp hour battery, 7¼ inch blade. Got the fast charger that comes with it. Right here, model number on that is DCB118. Now, it's not like the fast charger. Those ones cost, a fair amount of money. They put like the average ones in with the kits. And the model number on the newest Power Detect saw, let me find that here. Okay, Dcs574. I'm comparing it to my old kit model, straight out the box. This was a DCS391. I think it came with like 5 tools. You know how it is. You see them up at Lowe's all the time. And 6½ inch blade, 7¼ inch. Just getting over a few of the specs. Okay, no load speed, 5,500 RPMs. Talked about the blades. Bevel capacity, 0 to 57 degrees. Arbor size, 5/8. Depth of cut at 45, 2 inches. So you're going to be able to go through 2x4s, dimensional lumber, 2x6, 2x8, most job site stuff. Depth of cut at 90 degrees, 2 9/16 inch. I'm just guessing this is probably like 2.25 on the old one. So definitely a deeper cut, obviously, because bigger blade. Weight is 7.9 pounds. 3-year warranty. Now, right on here it says 54% more power. I don't know, that sounds kind of a little far-fetched, right? So we'll see. Did a couple cuts before. I already kind of know what's going on, but we're kind of doing this again. Plus you get a little bag. Most of the kits, they come with a bag. Nice little add-on. So just feeling these out, they look very similar in size. The newest Power Detect on the right, my right, is a little bigger, but not by much. Just lifting them like that. They feel very similar in weight, including the batteries. This has a 6 amp hour on my old one, and this has the new 8 amp hour. Comparing them, they are the same identical size. I know there's new technology now. In the new ones, you get smaller, little batteries in there with the same amount, if not more power. And just explaining how batteries work, your amp hour, just picture it like a car gas tank. Let's say this 20 volt 6 amp hour is a 20-gallon tank and the 8 amp hour is a 30-gallon. You just get more runtime, and that's all the difference is. But with that said, this new Power Detect, it reminds you of the flexvolt. It can detect when you have the larger battery in, so you get more power. And that's how, if I was to put the 6 amp hour in the new Power Detect, it wouldn't get as much power, but when it recognizes, the electronics can recognize it's the 8 amp, that's when you get the 54% more power. So I charged it up like 2/3 of the way. For those not familiar with Dewalt, or really most all batteries have it, there's usually a button. You hit that and then it'll show you like how many bars you have left. So like this one here had 3 bars. Now this one here is to change blades. You have an Allen key. On the new Power Detect, a small port in the back here. And you just have a key like that, and it just slides in. And it actually holds tight, so it's not like you're going to lose it. Plus, once you put the battery in, it kind of blocks it from being able to pull out. Motor-wise, this looks a little bit bigger. I'm sure it's beefier. And then 2, you have the positive stops on here, 22.5 degree, 45 degree. Your standards out in the field, it's your basic measurements you use all the time. Just comparing it side by side, you can see they're similar. This one's just a hair taller. Facing forward, you can kind of see, how they look different. Same with that direction. And finally, vertical. Now you can see the one on my right, the new Power Detect, is a little bit wider, and the aluminum is actually a little bit thicker as well. So looks like they upgraded nicely. This also has a hanging hook. I don't use them. I throw them in my bag when I'm done. But if you need that, it's there now. And last but not least, the new one has an LED. My old one does not. So it's probably going to be hard to see because the sun's shining in. Don't know if you can really see that there. But you can, as you're looking down on this, when you're cutting, then you're going to see where your line's at. I do house flipping and rentals. A lot of times when I go in a house, I don't have the power turned on when I'm first starting. No sense having the power on, wasting money. So that will allow me to see when it's a little bit dark in the room, which is a nice touch. Alright, so both of these are full depth, and it's probably about a 3/4 inch difference, but we're going to show how they cut through here, just so you can see. Safety first, that way I don't have to hear about it in the comments, right? Okay, first one, Power Detect. We're just going to cut through. This is 2 9/16 inch deep cut, full depth, and this is through pressure treated 6x6. So it's wet in the middle. I wanted to do that because any type of wet wood is always hard to cut through. Alright, that was a nice cut. Now this blade on here is only about a week old. I've used it. It's not that old. It's not going to be the same as the new one. That cut through like butter. That was nice. And you can hear the RPMs ramp up, and then it has the brake as soon as you let off the trigger. That way it's going to come to a stop and not keep spinning. Yeah, normal safety features nowadays. That felt pretty good. So that's cross grain. Let's try the old one out. Tell the difference here. Alright, right off the bat I can tell the difference. So that claim of 54%, that's probably true. That went through like butter. This I had to actually push through. I could feel some resistance. So I'm sure it's going to not do as well going with the grain, especially full depth, a longer cut. So let's try that out now and see how that goes. We're going to do a plunge cut. I'll make sure I don't hit another path that I took before already. Alright, that was pretty good. You could hear it bogging just like maybe a little bit. Nothing crazy. One nice feature though. You can see this dust port on the side pushed all the dust away from where I'm cutting. Whereas my old one, it just goes everywhere. There is no real good dust port. So that's a nice touch there. So let's try that one. Okay, old one. 6.5 inch. Again, plunge cut. Now the only thing is, I will say, I'm so used to my old one, I went to grab on this side, the left side for the plunge. I kind of like that. Whereas the other one, I have to like have my hand over the blade to do it. Didn't really care for that. I'd rather have my arm not going over the blade area. So let's try this one. Plunge cut again. Alright, definitely a lot more resistance. It still makes the cut a little bit slower, but the other problem is all this dust just goes, it builds up, and I think that's part of the problem why it gets stuck a little bit. It doesn't really go out the side like the dust port on this one. So it just builds up and it gets in your way, and you can't see where your line is either. So a lot of times, I know in the past, you're just blowing it away, trying to get the dust away from where you're cutting. If I could say maybe one improvement, obviously, blades on that side, that's where this has to come into play. I'm sure I'll get used to it. I guess I'm just a creature of habit where I'm used to it being on this side. As I'm doing a depth cut, I can just pull back like that. Whereas this side, I'm right-handed, so you almost have to do it left-handed. So you kind of have to cross over. I don't really care for that, but that's just being critical, just trying to nitpick it a little bit. So you kind of see both. I will say this is a lot more powerful, just judging by how this felt. Again, this is one single test. This is pine. It's pressure treated pine, so that's the softest wood out there. I'd like to try through some thick oak or something when I'm working on a house. And really, I need to give it like weeks worth of work to see. This is a brand new tool. It hasn't been beat up or anything yet. So let's see how it does over time. Maybe 6 months or a year from now, I'll do a follow-up video. Just see how it worked out. So if you haven't done so already, my channel is probably going to be a wide variety of different things that I do. This is what I do for a living now, flipping around houses. Previously, all I did was fishing videos. I love fishing as well. Most people, they just want to enjoy their life and do what makes them happy, and both of these things make me happy. So if you haven't done so, hit subscribe, hit the like button too. And then when you hit subscribe, next to it there'll be a bell. Make sure you hit that because that'll be the notifications. So any new video that pops up, anytime I put one out, you're going to get an email notification, or it'll show on your YouTube that a new video is out there. Appreciate all the support out there, and thanks again for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Leave a comment below if you'd like to see a test done comparing these two, whether it's cutting through heavy oak or whatever. Give me a shout out below what you want to see. I'll give it a shot because I will be beating. I'm still going to be using these, like my old one too, but I'll be putting these, beating them up pretty good when I'm working on houses. So I'll definitely record something if you want to see it. Thanks again for watching. Have a great day, and see you soon.